Should be live pretty soon.
See the, I see the thing on the corner.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Well, this is Poor Man's Commish, your Warriors Credential Insider. We're here once again for live commentary, your second screen during the Cavs Warriors game, which is happening right now. Let me get back to Zoom. Let me put myself on. There we go. Okay, yeah. So we've got Cavs at Warriors. We're going to tip off in less than 10 minutes, it looks like. We're here with Rebecca and Gabe again. And game is at Chase. I want to say hello, Rebecca, then Gabe, then go ahead and go into the pregame.
Yeah. Rebecca Licht.
Hi.
Yeah. That's my counterpart.
Is the chat working for you guys?
Oh,
when you look at YouTube?
I gotta type something. Sorry.
Okay.
It's one of his pregame duties.
That I always forget.
That's just a weird function.
It is. I think after a certain amount of time it stops doing that, but yeah. I don't know. I wonder if there's a way to turn it off.
Probably, but yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, world. Okay. Now I want to go.
All right.
And copy the link.
Playing the Cavs, but not the. So, but it's not the old.
No Drummond.
Yeah, and it's not the recent Cavs Warriors. Which. Yeah, competition.
Are you saying it the energy is a little lower than LeBron era Cavs?
Yeah, it's not that rivalry anymore.
I still don't like them. I still have this like visceral reaction to a Cavs jersey, even though there's like no players left that I have any reason to have feelings about.
And it's so hard because I love Kevin Love as like a person.
Right.
And then it just makes me so aggravated.
Well, good news is he also won't be playing.
Yeah,
so you don't have to feel bad for him. Yeah, he's on that like Blake Griffin plan, even though it hasn't been said, but it seems like he's kind of just being shelved.
Huh. I'm so glad the Warriors didn't trade for him.
That was one of my biggest "you're wrong about" moments. I was 100% in the trade Clay for Love camp, and I was super wrong.
Well,
okay.
You live and you learn.
Burn the tape.
I have a friend who will not stop reminding me of that. So.
Well, at least our GM didn't listen to you, Gabe.
Yeah, thank God I'm not in charge of a team.
Oh, let me take a picture real quick. You guys ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oh, my face covered.
Got your pregame duties out of the way.
My face has dissolved in that one. Let's try one more, just in case.
Okay.
The phone covered the. That's hilarious.
Gotta take it at a surreptitious angle.
Out of respect for Fitz and Kalena, because we're essentially taking them out while we do this, and they're on TV right now. So, if we're their competition, I shouldn't be taking a picture of them. But they seem stuck on that one, so they change it to a different channel. Let's see what other games are going on. Well, we'll just wait. What else can we talk about? Draymond is playing.
Well, we can talk about who this Cavs team is.
Yeah, who's on it?
And it's really just like the Sexton Garland backcourt.
What do they call it? Sexland?
Is that the nickname they call it? Sexland, and the Cleveland. They kept saying it enough that the actual Cavs like broadcast like had to say we are not going to use this nickname. They like issued a statement about it.
How many does anybody remember Winston Garland? He was
The
a
name
cool
sounds
cat.
familiar.
Yeah.
Was a Warriors point guard for the longest, long time ago, but it's just funny to see everybody's son now in the game. So there's
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah, so
Draymond's
they were like,
playing, so that's great.
yeah, Draymond's playing. All the same Warriors are out who have been out for a while. Looney and
Looney's going to
Wiseman.
get reevaluated on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And Jordan Poole had a career scoring day in Orlando today. I think it was
Hey,
today.
that's why we sent him there.
Yeah, Nico
Yeah.
had a pretty big last few games too.
Nico is showing his athleticism that we kind of didn't know he had. He had a half court shot during warm-ups or something, during practice yesterday or something like that. So he's like Steph with hops down in Orlando.
Sure, exactly.
Scoring like everywhere. It's just
Yeah,
funny.
it's good to see him. It's
Smiley,
good for him.
Smiley
him
is going to
time.
play on Wednesday. So that's
Right.
even more good news. And what else? Back here. Yeah, we said
Scouting
Looney
the
already.
G League Ignite team. That's been kind of interesting.
Yeah, how's Kuminga played lately? Because I know Jalen Green stepped it up a couple games in a row.
They've kind of like
Finally
had opposite 4 games. So like Kuminga, his first 3 games were really great.
Oh no.
And he had a pretty bad game today. Whereas Jalen Green, kind of the opposite. He had a rough first game, and then he's been really good since then. So they both have had 3 really good games and 1 kind of dud. And it's, they're really good. Like it's pretty clear that those 2 are, going to be good players. Kuminga, especially just because of his size, like, he looks the part of a 6'8", like multi-dimensional 2-way wing, and that's who the league is dominated by now. So he's making a case for getting outside of the range that we can end up with him.
Yeah. All right. Let's try that photo again. Once it goes to commercial, come on, guys. 10 more seconds.
Why does what's happening on the TV affect whether we can take a photo?
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing.
I don't want to show. I don't want to. Chase isn't sponsoring me to put their logo on there. All right.
But we don't see it.
Are you taking a photo of the screen?
Yeah.
I see. Okay, and that includes the actual.
There we go.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay.
I get it.
I wanted to do it while Steph was. I did actually get the Warriors warming up, but my face was cut off by half.
Sorry.
No, it's still cut off a little bit.
Oubre for Iguodala and none. That's like just not a thing that anyone. I don't think either side is interested in that trade. Yeah, I don't know. I really just think honestly that like they're gonna kind of just roll this team out for the rest of the year, minus injuries, healing.
Yeah, later on we talked about that on the last live that we had. At some point, though, they might want to consider giving Juan an end of season contract.
Sure.
With some probably team options or whatever. And so then there's your first domino. Something might happen. And I talked to a NBA insider, and he says if there were fans, he could see them going ahead and waiving Wanamaker to make space for Jeremy, just because the marketing potential of Jeremy.
Sure.
And that he's playing pretty well, but without the fans, that's still a lot of millions.
Yeah.
To bring in Jeremy, because you're going to pay his salary, but then you're also going to pay like repeater tax.
Right. It all gets exponential.
It gets exponential. Yeah, it could be as much as like 10 million let's say at the
for
very
like
highest for
a
Jeremy.
bottom of the bench
And
kind
then
of move.
yeah, and so how much is it worth to like your backup point guard? How many wins does that translate to? And do we really need those wins in sort of like a non-championship run season? But I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, this guy knows the Warriors pretty well, like the
Yeah.
management, and so.
Yeah, I think the
But it's just his
Juan
opinion.
thing is going to be interesting. I don't know exactly on. So I know that like Smiley's guarantee date is over the summer, and I'm not sure how they can. I don't know enough cap stuff to be like, can they convert like him to a two-way and like swap him and Juan mid-season or something? I think Juan has obviously demonstrated his value, but the mechanics of the cap make it complicated. But
Yeah,
they can also do all of that in the off season also. Like they can make a lot of
yeah. I
those
think
maneuvers after the year.
my thing is whenever something doesn't feel right, then the fans go trade this, trade that. It's just kind of it's getting old. I'm getting a little tired of it. That's
Yeah,
not the solution for everything,
I
and
think
it's
it
not
just
like
yeah,
we're not
agreed.
an airplane on fire. So till we get to that point, we're not Cleveland, we're not Detroit, right? So
Yeah, I think I don't know. I mean, this year has gone like the margin of games has been occasionally frustrating, but like it's largely gone the way I expected it to go, which is that we're like a decent team and we're going to beat bad teams and we're going to have some trouble with the good teams and occasionally kind of steal one from a good team and occasionally lose a game we maybe should have won, and that's where we're at. Like
and also
that's
kind
the
of like
team.
the goal of this season, like if there's the long view of okay, Clay's going to come back. KD looks damn good with the Achilles, so probably Clay will do pretty good. So, if Clay is 85, 90, 95% of his former self, then, let's look at can we make a championship run next season? And it looks like we can. So then what's the balance, right? Sure, Oubre still could be traded in between now and then. But um, you got to take into consideration all of the moving targets, really, and the timeline of things, and when you make the deal. So uh, remains to be seen. So I just
Yeah, I think next
the whole
year's
jumping to trade
offseason,
thing.
yeah, next year's offseason is going to be way more active and there's a lot bigger decisions to be made because like you said, I mean, I think fans are getting frustrated. There's this whole narrative about like wasting a year of Steph's peak and stuff. And
Right.
I think a lot of it is stemming from the way that Kerr's talking, like that he's said sort of like not interested in chasing wins and like that sort of rhetoric has a lot of people just jumping down his throat about they're giving away a season essentially. And I just don't like it. I mean, I think as part of it is like
it, it can be frustrating to watch when he has a great game and they lose. It's frustrating and that's how it is, but it's not wasting a year. Like, it's frustrating, but look at like
we're kind of rebuilding the chemistry.
Yeah.
Not the team, but we're rebuilding the chemistry.
Well, and also like Clay got hurt. That wasn't the plan,
Yeah,
right? The plan
exactly.
wasn't to throw this year and wait till next year. The plan was to compete this year, but your second best offensive player is out for the year. And so it was never realistic that they were going to compete this year the second Clay went down. And so
I mean,
it's not
yeah,
it's not that the
for the
organization is
trophy,
giving up.
for the trophy.
Yeah, for the trophy,
I mean, we'll
right? It's not like
compete, but not. Yeah.
It's not like, I mean, they showed they were ready to compete for the playoffs by signing Oubre, by paying that money to add a guy when they didn't need to, if they were just going to punt the season, right? It's just silly. I think what Kerr's trying to say when he says stuff like that is also like he's not trying to burn Steph out on a season he knows isn't a title contention season. And that doesn't, I don't think he's It's just, yeah, it's frustrating. I don't want to waste
Right.
Steph's time either, but like
I'm about to
Clay's
tip.
random injury is what wasted his time. It's not like any decision is being made here. It's just the unfortunate fate of that injury.
I just tipped.
Okay, not yet for
Okay,
me.
I'm still a bit behind. Also, no interest in Drummond at all. Not at all. Don't want him. Don't want him anywhere near. If Cleveland is trying to get rid of him, like
Oh,
we
so
don't
I
want
tipped.
him.
I'm
Oh,
at
I just
11,
tipped too.
50, 49, 48. What about you, Gabe?
44, and I
I
paused.
don't- Okay, I'll
44.
wait. I'll say 44.
I'm at now 39, so let me know what to do. Counting.
Okay.
Gabe, have you tipped?
35, 34.
Yeah, I've tipped. I'll say when I'm at 30.
Draymond lefty misses, bricked it basically on the layup.
Here, Rich,
Where-
pause it. It's
Okay.
Gabe, where are you?
I'm at
like
11:23.
11:30 right now.
Let me
Wait,
know. Let's get to
you're
it.
where, Gabe?
11:23.
Okay.
What? No one told me.
Well, don't worry about it. We'll get there. There's three
Well,
of
okay,
us.
so let's pause it someplace up here.
Wait till the ball gets inbound.
Yeah.
Can you fast forward a little, Rebecca?
I'm working on
Okay,
it, but
so
my
11:21.
remote has
I'm
been
paused at
crap lately.
11:21.
Oh, sorry. Pause it at 11:18.
Okay.
So we're waiting for you at 11:18. Where are
Okay,
you?
I'm there.
Ah,
All right.
you gotta give me
Cool.
some warning to lead up to it. Anyways, Draymond's in the post, 0-0. A minute has passed by.
Yeah, nothing's really happened.
Oubre, turnaround, no good.
All right. Hey,
Then it's
Peak,
the Cavs.
you're way too far ahead in the chat.
Who is?
Oh,
Peak's
okay.
What?
calling out stuff that we're nowhere near.
Wiggins. Hey!
Wig.
As Pete
That
said,
is much
Wiggins.
needed. He struggled the past few games a little bit.
Yeah,
So
I
if
mean,
he
the
can get
Brooklyn
going
game
early,
was just what it was.
yeah, he's been struggling shooting the past few games. So if he can have a good game, that would be huge. Got Juan in the starting lineup again.
All right, Garland misses a mid-range. Got Wiggins on the
Wiggins.
post, and Garland fouls him.
Garland looks like he's 12.
Yeah, so did his dad.
Yeah, he does look
Funny
young.
thing about it. Speaking of Juan, he had another great interview today. At
Oh, that
Great
was just
backdoor by
gorgeous.
Steph.
Wow. What a feed from Draymond. Steph backdoor. Juan on
Are they
Sexton.
starting with Juan on Sexton? Is that just what their matchup is? Oh man, and one on that shot from Sexton. Draymond fouled him.
That guy,
Yeah, I think that is the matchup. They just
What a
have Juan on Sexton.
feed.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
yeah.
Where's the foul?
I get that.
Eddie touched his hand a little bit. It's hard to see on that angle. So 5-5.
Oh.
We continue this absurd COVID theater of pretending that the coaches wearing masks but pulling them down constantly matters.
Oubre
So
off
Jarrett Allen,
inside.
yeah, Jarrett Allen's a pretty serious shot blocker, and you could see Oubre a little scared to go at him. Warriors gang rebound there and are able to poke it out off of Allen. Didn't realize that was Ezeli's nickname there. Steph gets a clean look, hits a three.
That must feel good for him. He struggled last game, Steph. Not as much inside. He was great inside, but from Outside,
I mean,
really at his most off game he's had in a while.
yeah, he was having an insane run of games there, so he was due for one. But
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's a good game to struggle because we were not going to win that anyways.
Juan,
Hey, Juan. Nice to see.
knocking it down.
Man, if he can get reliable with that three-pointer, he's absolutely improving his value. I mean, he already has. Man, that's too quick on Draymond. Sexton draws both. That's tough.
That's not the greatest thing.
That's super tough with our size limitations. We cannot afford Draymond to be in foul trouble. Yeah, can we stop with the Drummond trade rumors? Come on, man. Drummond, like an NBA scout famously said that Drummond could have 30 points and he wouldn't have affected the game. Like, we know he's not worth anything on a good team. Looks like Kerr is electing to stay with Draymond, which kind of he has to, but risky. Oh, I didn't realize they had already blown the whistle there, and I saw Juan just running to block that free throw and was like, what are we
I was
doing?
very confused. All right, get the camera off Drummond.
Yeah, I'm sure they're talking about him, but like, who cares? All right, 7-11, Warriors up. Wiggins getting the backdoor pick. Pulls up and Okoro blocks his shot. Man,
what happened to Draymond?
And he just kind of fell. Completely unaided, just fell down. Osman takes the leaner. Man, Jared Allen's going to be a problem in this game.
Yeah, especially because Draymond doesn't want to do too much and get his third foul. I mean, then.
Yeah, he's got to do the work early and box him out. Like I get not contesting the shot with that foul problem, but you got to just get him out of there. I think I saw that Cleveland's one of the, forget if they're the best, but one of the best offensive rebounding teams. Oh man, backdoor.
Wow, what a finish!
Wigs.
How the hell did he get that in?
Yeah, that was wild. They must have read some scouting report about, or made some scouting report about backdooring these guys, because they've tried that like 4 times now.
And it's worked twice.
It's a rookie, Okoro, who's a really solid defender as a rookie, but sometimes rookies can bite on fakes.
But that's what happens when your whole offense is mostly dribble handoff, and then you switch it up like that. So,
yep.
Give a hat tip to Steve and Mike Brown on that one.
Oh man, Jared Allen gets right to the rim there. Good pass there too. So 14-11 for people who aren't looking at a screen. Warriors up.
Step back. No.
Good. They'll leave Okoro open. There's a good box out.
Way to box out. Yeah.
Yep.
Boxed out. Allen, look at Oubre fend off that guy.
Wow. What a finish.
Fend off.
That was a tough finish. You could see his eyes light up with Allen not being down yet.
Yeah, he was like, I'm going to take this real quick. And on the other end,
thank goodness he missed.
That's what you want to force Allen to do. He's not really much of a finesse player, so if you can get him to do anything other than dunk, you'll be better off.
They call Wiggins for offensive?
Yeah, I didn't really see. I was looking at the other side.
Wiggins.
I saw what looked like a flop.
Thank you, Terry just uploaded in the chat for being a solid voice of reason. I just want to shout you out. You are echoing my sentiments on a lot of the things getting floated in the chat. So just props to you as we go to
you got to know what's entertainment and what's information. When Shams tweets out, oh, I'm hearing, this, that, and it doesn't quite make sense, then you should be like, oh, okay. He just tweeted out.
a lot of this stuff is just
that's what you got
agents
to be able to do.
doing stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of it is just agents flipping things.
Anytime you see something on an aggregated thing, you as an NBA fan should go, is this entertainment or is it information? And then if you can just do that, that's my advice for you. Just do that like every time. Then make a decision. That will, there's more steps to that, but a lot of people can't even get that first step. But anyway, I wasn't even going to talk about that.
Yeah. I mean, I
But it's
think
good
honestly,
having some chatter.
yeah, I don't know. I think everyone needs to chill on Oubre. If he had opened, like, it's just about how the season started. If you look at his last 10 games, he's actually been really good. But it's
What I
just,
do is I just don't go to trades for entertainment with the NBA. My entertainment is watching Steph shoot around in practice. Okay, we don't have that anymore during a pandemic. So then it really is getting to know the guys much, much better just from the interviews. Really, to me, it's fun. It's more fun to hear Juan Toscano throw in these little platitudes like "Don't get lost in the sauce" today. That's like, whoa, where'd you get that? That's pretty cool. His mom calls him honey. Like, he hasn't been called Juan by anybody until Juan T. And Juan T was coined by Aaron Miles. And Aaron Miles, had him at G League last year, and now he's an integral part of the day-to-day stuff. And they still use JTA. Steve Kerr says he writes down JT on the board. All those little things I find very, very interesting. And I wish more people would find interesting as well, because then you don't have to get all outraged about this trade or, oh, they're this, that. There's other stuff to worry about. There's other content to consume during your day. So that's my philosophical take. My 2 cents.
and we're back.
We're back.
All right. They get a
Uh-oh,
switch. Allen's
Jared
on
Allen.
Oubre.
He's not looking to
Well,
post
Oubre's
up.
doing a pretty good job of denying him the ball.
But then Draymond on Sexton again.
Yeah, that's
Good
fine.
contest.
Oh, great. They got an offensive rebound.
Oof.
And another one. Jeez.
Man, lucky they didn't give up an and one on that too. They gotta really commit. I mean, I get, you don't have a big, etc. But I mean, that's the point guard running in and grabbing that rebound. That's not Jared Allen just being too big for you. Ooh, Oubre.
All right,
nice.
and one.
Yeah, that's great.
To finish.
He just
Jared
was
Allen picks up.
like hanging there, like, hello.
Draymond, another assist.
Yeah, they just put that up that
High
Draymond in
post.
the last, I forget the number of games, but that he's been leading the league in assists in the last, whatever the sample size was.
Sweet. Yeah, that's good to hear.
Yeah, good to see Oubre get some shots to fall in the beginning. He's such a rhythm player that once he sees the ball go in a bunch, you can kind of guess that he's going to have a better game. Good move by Allen there.
Can you hear me okay? Because in the comments they're saying that they can't hear me.
I saw that.
I haven't had any issues hearing you.
I can hear myself all right too.
Yeah, I don't
Maybe
know.
he's just making a joke about me going off on fans.
Oubre kind of forced that one.
Bucks score.
So 19-15 right now. Warriors still up. Garland gets by and draws a foul on Mulder. That was on the ground before the shot.
I'll give Oubre that because he just had and one, and it's like, okay, you get a heat check, sort of, but don't do it next time down, please.
That's fine, but Yeah,
it's the next one that matters. Draymond with 5 assists already. Say 5 assists in 7 minutes.
How many made baskets too? It's like almost all of them.
Careful, Draymond.
Yeah, Draymond. I mean, I'm glad he's still playing aggressive because otherwise he's kind of not that impactful. But it's
Darius
scary.
Garland.
Yeah, Garland Smart knew that too and went at him. Can we get Steph the ball?
Wow.
Maybe that'd be cool.
We're really. They had two guys on one, and he still, fed it into one.
That's the tough
then
thing
the
about
swing
Oubre being
swing.
so left-handed there. Like if he was right-handed and spun right, he would have had an open layup, but he goes to the left and it's actually more contested. Oh, great play by Oubre to break up the alley-oop, but
Of
leads to a
course,
screen.
broken play. We always
Yeah,
get the worst of the
2019.
broken plays.
Yeah, we know we're behind.
That's
Oh
not
my
a foul.
God.
Oh my goodness!
Come on.
I thought Steph got fouled on that one, and usually I'm pretty hard on Steph on those.
Yeah.
I saw wrist.
Yeah, it looks like it. Okay, get a little greedy, Steph.
Nice hezzy.
Oh, there we go.
Way to go, Steph.
Yeah, 22,
And yes,
21.
we know we are a little bit behind.
Yeah, you gotta we can't stream at the speed of light here, so you just pause your TV if you want to stay with us and ride with us. Oh wow, Oubre
Oubre, okay.
blocked Allen at the
You're
rim.
up there. Finds Mulder. I love
smart
how
decision.
Juan always has his hands in the air.
Oh, Draymond,
that was forced.
Smart. Yeah, that's like, what is Mulder gonna do down there anyways? That's the other side of that pass.
Oh.
And then Osman hits a tough three.
Look at that hair.
When mistakes are so costly. 25-21.
Yeah, can we just get Steph the ball? There we go. See,
amazing.
Always works
pass.
out.
Ooh, you okay?
Yeah, I think he just got
No
banged
Charlie
knee. That's 2 on Allen though, so that's great.
Fitz, he's not coming out of the game. He's got to shoot the free throw. Fitz.
Yeah, he got
Looks
kind of
like,
kneed in
Oh, I
the
think he
back
got
of the
kicked
leg.
on the back of his leg.
Got kneed in the back of the knee. It seemed like.
Yeah.
Just play through it. You're warm. You don't want that to go cold. That's my opinion.
25-24.
So he pointed back at the bench. I think what he meant by that was, no, I'm staying in. Don't worry about me.
Oh no, is that 3 on Draymond? Oh no, they called it on Oubre. Reach off the ball. All right, 25-24.
Huh. Wonder
I'm
what
out.
Steph and Damian are talking about. It
Something.
looked like Steph was maybe in a little bit of pain because he kind of grimaced.
It's a painful thing, but I don't think it's anything too long lasting. There was something in the comments that I wanted to respond to at some point up there. Oh, something talking about 6th man, but then you listed multiple people who aren't 6th men, so then I don't know how to respond to that.
Or what are the people?
Well, so Terry
Randall
said,
Grant or Clarkson?
Yeah, Clarkson's the only one of those that's actually a 6th man. So he'll win it of those guys. I mean, Clarkson is actually a good 6th man candidate in general. But,
he has been playing very well off that bench. And with that team being that good.
Yeah, exactly. And he's kind of the quintessential 6th man guy, which is usually that award just goes
they come
to
in and score a bunch.
Yeah, who scores off the bench. That's usually all that means. Iguodala should have had like 4 of them, but they only count points per game in the 6th man conversation.
If Tyler Hero for the Heat stays coming off the bench, he'll be.
Yeah, he might have a case. Yeah, who else is in the running? I mean, there's sort of the usual guys. Harrell's on LA and
Lou, right?
The other good teams. Yeah, I haven't really kept track of him. I have the feeling that he's not having the same season.
The best this year.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Terry's clarifying. He meant most improved. That makes a lot more sense.
Okay.
That list makes way more sense
Randall
now.
is definitely on that list then.
Yeah. Grant is a very good idea too. I think I might go for Grant because that step from like he's a different player this year. He was sort of like maybe he's your fifth option on a good team, and now he's looking like
Talking about Jeremy?
Yeah.
Jeremy Grant? Okay.
Yeah, Jeremy. Yeah, because he's like carrying the #1 offensive load on Detroit. And like obviously Detroit sucks, but he's having a really efficient scoring season and looking like, I mean, you don't want him to be like your best player on a team, but he's looking like he could be a much more serious scorer if you added like some better players around him.
Yeah. Well, that's what he wanted, to go there and be the man.
I think actually the other big candidate in that is Christian Wood.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
And that team, when he has been healthy, has been playing very well.
Yeah, surprisingly well. Yeah, and Randall's been a lot more efficient. I mean, he's kind of still largely this.
The guy on the winning
it's JaVale.
JaVale puts it in kind of like.
To be honest, in my book, JaVale's a little bit of a traitor. Like JaVale left to go to the Lakers after we revitalized his career.
I mean, we weren't gonna pay him.
I mean,
they barely did either.
But you can't be a traitor in the NBA. He's just doing what's best for his career.
Draymond is weirdly good at those types of shots that look terrible, but he gets the roll on them a lot. Good defense by Wiggs. So JaVale
still
got the size issue. Draymond, yikes!
Foul him.
Yikes.
Oh my God, JaVale wanted that, and he scored.
Yeah, I mean they're smart to just go at Draymond.
Tip your hat to JaVale. He didn't have that.
Speaking of JaVale, there's the other side of JaVale. He's
Can't
like
leave
6
that
feet,
man.
6 feet away from Steph on that move. Steph having a really efficient quarter.
JaVale's just kind of walking around screening the air.
Yeah, it's the JaVale problem. He's got all the size and athleticism and never really quite figured it out. Oh, man, Steph.
In and out.
Rattles around and drops.
That is a ridiculously quick trigger.
Why does his rattle arounds just drop? Like ours like go like a toilet bowl and they go out.
As do the rest of the teams.
Oh no. That's 3 on Dre. He's been really aggressive with JaVale.
I had a feeling he would do that, He would end up.
You just can't get that third in the first quarter, man. Come on. He might not play the rest of the half. You have to pull him at this point. They're going to have to go hyper small now.
EP.
Yeah.
EP minutes.
That's worrisome.
Yeah, because he has not been playing well.
And just the basic thing he needs to do to just box out and stuff is, wait, what? Draymond's still out there. Yikes. Kerr is rolling the dice here.
Dre, you just got to knock out because,
Yeah. I mean, he's smart enough to, but.
Gonna foul out, then foul out.
Short arm that. If I was Cleveland, I'd just keep going right at him. Good rotations. Oh, Wiggins, why are you jumping at that? Oh, that's an offensive foul, no? Wow, that looked like it.
Actually, according to my box score, he only has 2.
Oh, maybe one of those wasn't called on him. Okay.
There's 2 on him and 2 on Oubre.
Maybe it was Oubre on one of them when they were close to each other. All right. Steph's looking for the last shot, finds Damian Lee in the corner. No good. Cavs will get the last shot. Looks like Wiggins blocked that. And we're tied at the end of the quarter. think Wiggins got
By
that
the way,
block
I
on that
think
three.
I think it was Steve Kerr said in the pregame, either in the pregame or I think it was the pregame. Cleveland's the #1 offensive rebound team in the league.
Yeah.
I think I
Okay.
heard that right.
Good.
So
You're
it makes
right. That is
sense.
only two.
It does make sense.
Yeah,
How,
they play a bazillion
Drummond,
big
McGee,
guys,
Jarrett, yeah.
and they were playing Drummond, Allen, and McGee and Kevin Love at various points. Like, you're not going to be good at a lot of things with those lineups, but rebounding. So, like, that is the thing to
They're
exploit.
gonna clank,
Yeah.
but then they're gonna clank and then get the rebound because they're tall.
That is the entire thing, the entire advantage you get there.
Am I the only one that sees Joe Ingles assist like 5,000 times in our chat?
Yeah, somebody's very invested in this happening. I think they're
Really?
trying
What's
to just
going on?
they're trying to say that it's kind of crazy that Joe Ingles passed Pete Maravich in assists. And like that sounds crazy, except that
Can
Pete
we
Maravich
segue
didn't play a
into
lot.
I think this would be a good segue into Justinian Jessup.
Sure.
I mean, he's doing great in Australia. But then, if he's the next Joe Ingles, just don't forget how long it took Joe Ingles to become Joe Ingles in the NBA. It wasn't like rookie Joe Ingles was what he is now. So I know that, on off days there's the for the diehards, there's want to consume more and more Warriors content, and Jessup is making buckets. But I'm one of those is like, let's wait and see until he gets here. I mean, I'm happy. I don't need to go watch those games because I just, it's Australian ball. It's not like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to sit through the whole game like that.
Yeah, I definitely haven't watched a full game, but I have watched highlights of him and stuff.
Now, even with G League, I'm really only watching because of the popularity of Jeremy Lin, but then also Nico and Poole and Smiley are all there. So you have,
Did you guys start the next
contracts
quarter?
plus one two-way? No.
No? Okay. I'm at 11:50. Let me know.
Okay. Oh, how did you jump ahead? No, they were just interviewing Marquise for a little bit. Okay.
Here we go.
Not at 11:50 yet, but we've started.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go.
Yep.
And we have a bad screen on Pascal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, Jessup though, just last word on him, like I've been impressed the highlights I've seen of him showing more than just a shooter. I think the shot is obviously a real thing, but he's done more with the ball in his hands and off the dribble than I expected. Oh, great defense by Bazemore, but they recover. Pascal, I mean, better him on McGee than Allen because McGee's just kind of limited, but still going to be tough on the offensive boards. And they hit the shot.
Another second chance.
All right, let me know when you get to 11:09.
Okay.
What are you doing over there? 11, 10, 9.
Oh, great. Damian Lee draws a foul.
Like I said, my remote hasn't been working right, so it does weird things. I'll like hit play and it won't play, and I'll hit pause and it won't pause.
We can chill on the Jessup will be Klay Thompson comment, but a good shooter. Let's leave it at that. But yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious his shot will translate. Like he's doing it at a high level in a pro league. That stuff is easily portable. The question is just what else can he do, and mostly what can he do on defense? That's the thing that I don't have a good sense of.
All right. In the comments, someone, I believe it was Jeffrey, maybe someone else, had asked if people wouldn't post the score in the comments because everyone is watching at different times.
Yeah,
so
some people are just listening to us.
Yeah. So Wanamaker scores. We saw the tweet for that about 40 seconds before it happened. So yeah, we're about 40 seconds behind.
Yeah, don't update us on the score. That's kind of the point. Oh man, that's brutal that Dotson gets that call and that wasn't Dotson. Never mind, the other guy. I don't know these bench guys for Cleveland. But anyways, I thought Wanamaker should have gotten and one on that. That looked like he got contact. Who is this guy? Stevens. Never heard of him. It's pretty rare to have guys coming off the bench that I literally have never heard of on it.
Yeah, especially for you.
Who is this guy? Anyone know who Stevens is on the Cavs?
Nope.
I've just never even heard of this person existing.
I watch a lot of League Pass. The Cavs are not one of the teams I watch.
Penn State rookie second rounder. All right, sure, whatever.
Yeah, exactly what I said.
So anyways, he made his free throws. We're tied. Wiggins, Pascal attacking.
Oof.
Would love to see him go to the rim there. I don't know why he's pulling back against a guard. Oh man, Sexton causing problems. Continues to draw fouls.
We still foul too much. Let's look at the fouls. I'll go look.
Yeah,
I got it.
Yeah, that has
I just have a feeling, right? I don't even need to look
We have 9
at
personal fouls, although they have 6 personal fouls.
Yeah, thanks, Jeffrey, for looking up
9 Stevens. That's 9 fouls in 14 minutes.
Not great. It just bails out bad teams too, because then they get in the penalty and you just it's so easy to draw fouls at a high level if you're a quick guard like Sexton, and if you already get them in the bonus early, it's just easy money for them.
Hey, Rich, if this guy doesn't stop, can we put him on timeout?
I had just.
Hey, Timothy, stop updating like you're an ESPN ticker.
Because it's not even just us asking for it, it's one of our listeners.
Oh, wow. Great ball movement. Yeah, that was beautiful ball movement right there. That's how this second unit has to work, because they just don't have the go-to set of plays. Yeah, that was a foul. Come on, guys.
And
there's no reason. No reason for that. Oh yeah, Wanamaker with a great couple of passes there.
That was just a great way of everyone not forcing it until.
Yep. Yeah, really patient. Man, Jeez. Sexton's looked really good.
That's an understatement.
Now. Yeah, I haven't really watched him much other than some bursts.
All right, Brad.
And one,
right?
That one. He's back.
Who's back?
Wanamaker.
Oh.
This is the bubble Wanamaker that I watched.
Yeah, I don't know.
With
people have gotten so frustrated about him too.
What?
Oh, is that Jeffrey's? That's a good point. I think you can make people like moderators of the chat, and maybe we can find some trusted people to be moderators that we don't have to worry about it.
Well, they seem to have
Jeffrey is a moderator, baby. That's the least I could do for Jeffrey. That's the least I could do. I didn't even know we could do that.
Yeah, that's smart.
Cool. Where'd Anonymous go? She's not here.
Yeah, not here today. Another foul.
We also don't have Benzo. You know what? I could text Benzo to do something in the chat. Text them. Dun, dun, dun,
Um,
dun.
Another foul, by the way. Warriors up 41-39
man.
for people who need the score. But not yet in the bonus. I think they have one more.
No,
to
anonymous is not a blue wrench. We just
Oh,
she
Hey, we
would
got
be
a
good.
steal.
Yes, is a good candidate, exactly.
Good play by Pascal. Wiggins missed a bit,
I
but
don't dislike that possession there.
no, it's
I'm
a good
okay with
driving
that.
kick.
It was a good look.
And Sexton really just gets in the lane whenever he wants. Good defense, though. Lee with the corner.
Yeah,
Hairball. Yikes.
Damian Lee lately.
Yeah, we were getting good shots. What is Damian Lee doing over there?
If he made that, I would have been super pissed at Damian.
Yeah. All right, let's settle down. At least the defense has been pretty solid. That's not a kickball? Yeah, that's a kickball. Come on.
Got lucky on that one. Jeez.
But Hardy has that.
Isn't it funny though? Like Wanamaker's playing well, but then now Bays and Damian not quite.
And Pascal's just still not quite recovered since he got
inconsistent.
injured. The second unit really worked in the beginning of the year because Pascal was so aggressive.
Oh, he gave JaVale like 4 fakes. JaVale didn't bite and then he turned it over.
Oh, good defense, but God, that was terrible by Pascal.
Good hustle, Bays.
Yeah.
Yes, Bays.
Oh, Bays more.
They're gonna score, aren't they? Just every broken play.
Yep.
They score.
Yep.
Like,
and it's good defense, but you can't just keep giving them. Yeah, it's frustrating.
I don't really have anybody to blame. It's just that every single broken play, they score on us.
Well, I mean, we can't talk because I mean, Steph's the king of that.
I mean, that's just in general, right? Like broken plays.
Broken plays are hard to defend. I mean, you can't practice that. Yeah,
it's because by nature you have people in weird positions doing things that the defense isn't prepared for. Yeah, I mean the second unit at least has kind of not given up ground. I mean, I think you'd like them to be able to do a little more. Bad. I mean, they've been kind of bad, but Cleveland is also not great, and so Wanamaker has shown a lot more. Pascal, man, he must still be hurt, or at least just not like all the way back. Yeah, Hardy. They're talking about Daniel.
Who?
Daniel Hardy, Weaponized Joy, whatever. The guy he's been on here does LGW2.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think he sounds like a
I don't know. Whatever. I feel like that's.
I was on that live stream.
So cool. Blue rinse, baby.
I was on that live stream. I'm fairly certain.
Oh, he ejected Timothy?
Yeah.
Did he? Oh, wow. Savage.
Working efficiently.
Okay, a quick question.
Smooth jazz voice. I can see that on the smooth jazz voice.
My iPad keeps flashing this lock sign in the middle of the screen. Anybody know what that is? Apple ID settings, maybe.
What was the question?
In the butt. I have this lock sign in the middle of my iPad that keeps popping up.
Seems not ideal.
A lock sign?
Yeah, unlock, lock. It keeps unlock, actually. Unlock icon. And it's always in the middle of my screen. It just pops up like every 3 seconds. So annoying.
All like right, asking for your login info?
No, it just pops up. So I went to the settings to give them my password for the iCloud. Hopefully that fixes it. So I had to redo everything. So now I'm back live, and once I get a clear picture, I'll let you know where I'm at.
That's cool. You can put people on timeout.
Dang it! Now I can't even watch the stream. Barely. My resolution is 360 dp right now. 360 pixels. 704 out of
long.
bounds.
Ah,
Oh my God.
What happened?
all right, that happens.
Okay, at least they didn't. Oh, never mind. They gave up defense rebound. Oh, and he dribbled off his foot. Okay, cool.
Yeah, 2 stupid turnovers. It's okay.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
this is the
I know where you
advantage of
guys are at.
playing a team like Cleveland, but you gotta capitalize.
All kinds of technical issues
Tank
today.
simple bubble.
Oh,
Oh, great pass, Wiggins. Finish. Come on.
yeah, but that's still better than Wanamaker having taken that pull-up 3.
Yep. Oh, Bazemore. Oh,
Baze's defense has gradually improved this season.
he's super active.
He still makes stupid fouls, but so does all of our team sometimes. So, but his defense has definitely improved.
I think we're going to need to sync up one more time. Soon, very soon.
Oh,
What are you at?
Well, free throw.
are you serious? Did Bazemore foul the 3-point shot? Yes, he did. Well, good timing with your point, Rebecca.
Yep.
About his dumb fouls.
You gotta know. Although granted,
Hey, we have Shaquille O'Neal in the comments. Not.
oh wow.
He says Donovan Mitchell is overrated. I don't know. I haven't been watching Utah Jazz games, but I think he will.
I think he's fairly
play
properly
very
rated.
He will play very rated come playoff time, I believe.
I think he's very properly rated. Like, I don't think anyone thinks he's a top 15 player in the league. I think
he's rated.
I think people think he's like a
you're
really
either-
good player, but he's not like one of
You're
the
either
best players.
underrated, overrated, or rated, right? So he's rated.
Yes, he is rated. Yeah, I mean, I think
Oh,
Gobert
no.
probably
Juan
has
made
a
an
bigger.
AAU turnover.
Oh, you're ahead of us.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, you got to pause yourself and tell us where you are.
6:20, 6:22.
Okay, we're way behind that. Oh wait, I just went. What the heck? Okay.
I just saw that. I'm at 6:25.
Let me know when it's 22. Give me a countdown.
Now,
Okay,
you said give you a
Wait for the
countdown as it's like
No.
almost there. I'm like,
This is like, can you imagine like Dr. Evil and the girl counting it down just goes, no.
EP down the
wow.
lane. Okay.
Hey, that's like
Wow. That
that's
was
like
horrendous.
Kind of our defense.
What the hell happened?
Horrendous defense.
I thought they blew a whistle or something.
That was AAU defense again.
I think Jared Allen was looking for the center to guard and didn't realize Pascal was the center.
That was pretty cool for us. Nothing you can brag about though.
Yeah, so still down 3. We need Steph to come
Yay,
in
travel.
and set this right. Yep.
And yeah.
I imagine Steph is checking in
all
right
that.
now.
All that and
Steph,
we're down
Oubre.
3. What is up? Oops.
Yeah. All right.
I can't
Starters
get
checking
stuff
in.
to work today.
Draymond was 7 assists in the first quarter. Jeez. That
Oh,
was
Baze,
almost
be
bad.
careful, Baze. Jeez.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baze misses the corner 3. Osman with his hair blowing in the wind steps into a 3.
Oh my goodness. Now
No
we're
one
playing.
picked him up the entire
What are
time.
we doing?
Oh,
And no
come
one-
on.
This game is atrocious.
Yeah, it's not great. That's like
This is an
4 offensive
AAU
rebounds
game.
on the same possession.
And I can't get my equipment.
Hey, finally.
Okay, we have a rebound, and we almost threw the outlet away.
Yeah.
Steph
Thankfully,
is here.
Cleveland is not a good shooting team.
Ooh,
Oh.
Steph mixing up
Steady Island.
Osman.
Osman Island.
Yeah, he was in a
Are
blender
you
there.
entertained? I am entertained. God.
1 point game. If we can just play reasonably. Get a rebound. Thank you.
Hey,
There we go.
Baze. There we go. There we go.
Bazemore's the best percentage shooting warrior, I think, right? From three.
For the
I mean,
season
it's
or
obvious for the
today?
season. I think it's obviously
You're
a
kidding.
small sample size, but I think from
Give
what
me a
I've
minute.
Better
seen,
than
he's the
I'll figure
highest.
this out.
Better than Steph?
Yeah. I mean, like Steph attempts like 12 more shots from three than he does a game. But
For a while, it was Damian Lee,
I
but
think
he's been in a
Bazemore.
slump.
I think Bazemore is the highest percentage on the team, or at least he was
All
at some
right.
point.
And so Jeffrey timed out Timothy. See, I
Yeah,
would have just banned him because
Baze is at 45% for the season right now.
I just feel and I don't even think about it. So better you than me, Jeffrey.
Yeah, Baze is
The
shooting.
Baze is 23 of
45.
51 on the season, while Steph is 133 of 310.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're talking about different things, but it's still important about, I mean, it's not about comparing him to Steph, but just showing how efficient he's been from three. What was going on? Somebody said something earlier.
I know Damian Lee at one point was shooting like 60% from three. Now he's down to 40%.
He had a rough stretch. Yeah,
Draymond.
So the Donovan Mitchell thing, people saying he's a top 5 guard. I don't know who you're talking to. Like, I mean, I'm sure there are people on Twitter and Instagram who are 12 years old who like are Jazz fans and are yelling about how Donovan Mitchell is a top 5 guard, but like no real NBA analysts are saying that. So it's fine. He may not even be an all-star this year. He's not like one of the top.
Donovan Mitchell?
He's on the bubble, he'll be in the conversation of the reserves, right? I think he probably makes it, but I just mean he's not like a shoe-in.
See, that's why I don't even.
There's a lot of good guards in the West.
I don't even bother with that.
Yeah, because you got to bump Paul or Booker, or like you have Steph and Luka.
But also think about the fact that
I'm cool with that.
Harden is now out of the
there's
West.
an East guard, whoever it is, who's super mad now because they just got bumped off the All-Star roster.
You mean in the East?
Yeah, I mean, because Harden's going to be in the All-Star game, so that trade
might be the one that
trade bumped somebody off the team.
Yeah, it might end up being Zach LaVine.
Oh, because he's on the West ballot, right?
No, he'll be on the East. I just mean like some East guy, like Trae Young or somebody who would have been the All-Star, isn't going to be now.
I got you.
Trae Young's an interesting one because he doesn't seem to be getting the fan vote right now. So if he doesn't get the fan,
he's having a worse year than oh my God, another foul on Jared Allen.
I don't think it was on Juan. I think it was Oubre.
Juan's trying to get it called on him because he knows there's 3 on Oubre or 3 on Draymond if it's on either of them.
Just couldn't help himself.
It's tough when you're that big, and Allen is really good
at 3 on Draymond.
Finding the ball.
That was on Draymond? Jeez. He just pointed at the bench. Sounds sure they were. Somebody's like,
yeah, that's part of it. Lepidoptery is asking about sort of like what's going on with the offensive rebounding. I mean, there's a few things. If you're committing super hard to box out the center, that might mean multiple guys are doing that, which leaves other players just swoop in and grab the offensive rebound. It also is just like
and one. You know what's awesome about that is that Steph will get an assist, and he deserves the assist for that one. That was an incredible swing pass by Steph because he just kind of no looked it. It was just amazing.
Yep.
We got reporter Marquise tonight. Yay, Baze. What do we got? We're up by 4.
Up by 4, 51-47 if you're not doing that. I mean, if you're saying Donovan Mitchell's a top 5 guard, like that's insane. He might be top 5 in the West.
Off the top of my hand.
Oh.
Oh man, open
Who was that?
3. That's Garland.
What? Oh, he has a case. Draymond has a case. I thought he got fouled on the leg,
Yeah, yeah, he's right. He got
but
called.
he gets the call on the offensive rebound. Oh, that's a Coro. I got to get used to his face.
Yeah, I've been having a hard time recognizing him because he used to always have braids, and I was looking for the guy with braids, and then that was Garland. Steph double
Bazemore. Oh,
finds Bazemore.
oh, look out. Jeez, what an outlet by Jarrett.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh
Baze.
no,
Track down,
Bazemore.
swat.
Wow.
See ya. Look at,
Steph had
oh, I
gotten
wish
that
that
call.
dropped.
Jeez.
Oh, that was an incredible floater. Scoop
Whew.
floater. How many guys can do a scoop floater like that? That was amazing.
Maybe Steph and Kyrie.
Right. Right? I
Yeah,
mean, seriously. Like,
Steph's the only one who attempts that often.
Although I have to say, Tyler
hey,
Hero's
Dre.
floaters are pretty.
DPOY defense right there.
Yeah,
On
great
Sexton.
defense without fouling.
Please, Kelly. There you go.
Oubre!
Splash that, baby. Another assist for Steph.
Good shot. So up 4.
Oh,
This
yeah,
team, this
Baze is everywhere.
yeah, he's been great.
Oh no, Juan. I feel bad for Juan.
Yeah, he's had a
That's a
couple
charge.
just soft bad passes.
That charge was so
Yeah,
physical.
you could see
I'm
that
worried
the
about
whole way
Draymond.
down.
I mean,
Draymond knew that was coming from like 10 feet out.
I hope Draymond's okay. Now Okoro's hurt, and I hope
Yeah,
he's okay.
Draymond
But
looks
man,
fine.
he did a rookie out of control charge right there.
That's a pretty consistent rookie vet scenario. I hope he's okay though.
Oh God, this collision. Jesus, golly. And it's
Yeah,
crazy that
Draymond's
Okoro he landed on his back. That's basically why
yeah.
he had no way to land. Yikes!
Thanks. Yeah.
Timeout as they look at Okoro, who's still on the ground.
So Devin Booker definitely wasn't a rookie when he scored 70 points. Let's make that clear.
I think it was his second year.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't a rookie.
But that man is ridiculous.
I mean, he gets buckets for sure.
Timothy's back. Yo, Timothy. Are you a reformed man?
As long as he learns his lesson. Yeah, turnovers is a good point, Lepidoptery. They do seem to have the turnover problem slightly better. I mean, there's been some dumb ones, but it's not like a huge epidemic like some of these other games.
No, they've been better the past little bit.
What do they have? Yeah, they have 8 turnovers. It's like a little bit more than maybe you'd want and a half, but not like horrendous. They had, they're not on track for like 22 or whatever they had some of those games. Fouls have become more of the problem this game. And also just like
in general.
I mean, really fouls, honestly. That's fouls and rebounds. They have 10 fewer rebounds than the Cavs do. I feel like Timothy is still not understanding the idea. Are you like reading or listening to us at all? I feel like we've said the point. We can all go to ESPN and get a ticker play-by-play. That isn't the point. Yeah, good point. That last comment. Oubre has been, we're all sort of snake bit from the beginning of the season, but he's actually been shooting pretty well the last chunk of games. Never mind, he just airballed that one. Sorry, Oubre, I jinxed you there. Yeah, James Warner, what you're saying is all about giving them extra possessions through fouls and rebounds. Cleveland's shooting poorly, Warriors shooting well, but it's a close game because we're giving them extra chances. And they're just not even. What are we doing? Can we run this play? This play is a mess.
And
wow,
still it does that.
I mean, it
That
helps
one
to
was
have that
so
guy.
cool. Did you guys see Steph point? He went like this to Draymond.
Yeah,
Just,
they have
that was
such a
cool.
great like
Love
little
to see that.
telepathy. Now that's a foul, Juan. Come on, dude.
They're just not. I think they looked at the jerseys today and they went, "Oh, Cavs," you know.
Oh yeah, that's just brilliant. See, that's the
You
thing.
brain
If
fart.
you're not going to guard Draymond, like that obviously makes sense as a center to not guard him out at the perimeter and force him to shoot. But then if you just run a little dribble handoff for Steph, then the center is nowhere near him. Cavs will shoot for the rest of the half. Yeah, Draymond with 8 assists already. So 52-57.
There we go.
Yeah, great little play there. Perfect. Steph should get credit for all these screens. That's like that play that Eric Apricot diagrammed in his latest thing.
Baze was all
Great
over that
hands.
pass.
Yeah, Bazemore's been all over the place, just being a pest on defense.
Just don't foul.
So what did Apricot do? He did a gravity screen thing.
Yeah, he well, the point of it was to break down like how to watch off-ball action. But the play that he was using as an example was that where Steph sets like a back screen to free up Oubre for an alley-oop.
Okay. There we go.
Great defense.
Careful. Jump.
Yeah.
Oh,
come on.
It's so hard to do that left-footed pivot, I tell you, as a right-hander.
And he like falls off balance shooting this shot.
Yeah, it's just so online. We had a perfect angle from the TV on that.
I mean, you can see it.
That's amazing.
Yeah. You can see the way this game will go if we just clean up their second shot opportunities. Like, they're just not as good a team, you know. Being sloppy has kept them around.
Last shot of the quarter for the half. Draymond gets a pick from Steph and dunks it. There's just so many schemes that use Steph. It's just.
This is why people who don't really understand basketball don't credit Steph as being as good as he is, because they don't see that. They see that as Draymond. Oh, wow. Yeah, great block.
Juan saved the buzzer beater by Jarrett.
Yep. 10-point lead
Jared
into half.
Allen is pissed at the ref. No, he's pissed at his teammate, Sexton. They're pissed about something.
Steph's just kind of laughing.
Jared Allen's used to playing with KD and Kyrie.
This is serious, guys. Colin and Jared
like
are going
at each other. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty intense. So not wait till you're back in the locker room to have that interaction.
The funny thing is Steph and Draymond stuck around to watch it. And they're laughing about it right now.
Steph would have got his popcorn happily.
That's pretty typical.
That was hilarious. Oh, Wanamaker podium game.
That's strange. I mean, he was okay.
It's because it's halftime.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, you know what it is? It's that Raymond Ritter knows that, okay, Brad hasn't talked to the media in a long time.
Sure.
He knows the game. The reason why he hasn't talked to the media in a long time is that he hasn't been playing well. Let me just try and get him in front of the podium this time, make him feel good. Actually, Raymond, that's what makes Raymond the best in the NBA. He's just, we talked about it during the pregame, because the pregame for the other team is always so short and like they just bam, 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 and they're done. And I had to tell Lori in our Discord, she's probably on our chat right now, that that's all Raymond. That's all Raymond, just making Kerr available for that long and letting all the different writers ask their questions. We had 4...
it's actually Keith interviewing Wanamaker. I don't have my sound on.
Cool.
But...
Yeah.
yeah, I'll have to check
So
that
yeah,
out later.
Raymond does a really good job in terms of just making sure the whole ecosystem is working well. Just
Yeah, it's
there he
smart.
is right there. Just making sure all the writers as much as possible can get warriors in their content. Whereas these other pre-games, they're so short. Like the Cavs one was just two Drummond questions and then two other questions and that's it. Whereas Kerr answered about like 10. So
Yeah.
he totally knows what he's doing and does a good job at promoting the Warriors.
Simple Bubble trying to quantify us into emojis. This is interesting.
Us?
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at the chat.
Oh boy.
I'm trying to catch up on highlights.
I'm a cucumber. Okay.
Yeah.
You're a cucumber?
Yeah.
Cool as a
Yo.
cucumber. Ice and a
Okay.
cucumber. I didn't know there was a cucumber
I like that.
emoji.
I
Very
know. Where did you
interesting.
get that? Is that special to? Is that on the iPhone or what?
I have no idea. I have never seen a cucumber emoji. All right. I like it.
They must be new. Look at
There
mine.
it is.
I think that's not entirely inaccurate.
Gabe, the thinking emoji is so accurate for you.
Yeah, I missed Chris too. He would be super useful.
Marquise,
Somebody was
yeah.
asking, Terry was asking just sort of about Curry's MVP case earlier. I mean, he was talking about steals, which I don't think is as important, but in terms of just his MVP case in general, I mean, I think that's obviously a thing that's going to continue to be talked about throughout the year because he's obviously in the pool of he's in the short list of players to be talked about. I think it's really just going to get down to like his the team's record though. If
Wins and
they're like
losses.
the eighth,
Yeah.
if they're the eighth seed, it kind of doesn't matter how good he's playing. Like you're not going to win the MVP.
Yep.
But
Luka
I mean,
was fourth
just from a numbers place, like he's
last
obviously
year
on the short list.
because Dallas struggled last year, right? Luka came in fourth in MVP voting.
Yeah, I think to be fair, Embiid probably would be my vote at this point, but I don't know.
Yeah. Give it
I'm
to
a
him.
little annoyed.
Let everybody eat.
I would be very annoyed if LeBron wins. I mean, unless AD is out
Me
for a
too.
really long time, and then that might make it worthwhile. But like, I'm just so sick of. We just had 3 years where everyone decided that because Steph and KD were on the same team, they canceled each other out, and neither of them could ever win an MVP award. And then LeBron and AD somehow don't get held to that same standard.
No, because LeBron has his own standard. It's the same thing where why it's okay for like them to have a super team, but not for the Warriors.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yep.
I mean, I would have been fine with Steph or KD winning MVP, and if that had happened, then I would be fine with LeBron winning this year. But if you're setting it up as like you can't have 2 of the best 5 players in the league on the same team and have one of them win MVP, then you can't do it for the next team that does that. Which I think might also invalidate KD from that list as well. Also, their team isn't as good. So I think Embiid is the only guy who's like really carrying, the lion's share of, one of the top 4 teams in the league. I mean, Giannis is going to be a perennial candidate, but
he's not going to win it.
If the Sixers finish better than the Bucks, then I don't see how Giannis can be better than Embiid if their stats hold the way they are now. Yeah, nobody like remotely intelligent thinks Dame is better than Curry. I'm tired of even entertaining that conversation because it's purely antagonism by
Dame has been playing well though.
I mean, he's great. I love Dame.
I love Dame.
The comparison is stupid and we need to move on. It's just not the case. Yeah, I agree with James Warner that basically like I would be shocked if Golden State doesn't kind of put the game away in the third. I would be disappointed if that isn't what happens. That usually, we've seen this kind of script before where they, even if they're kind of sloppy, they sort of extend a little bit of a lead with the starters. And then usually the third quarter is where they really lock in if they're gonna push the lead out to something insurmountable. And I don't know, Steph's been so good tonight that I expect that. But we'll see. Yeah, I agree, James Warner. It's just annoying. I don't know. The goalpost moving about what thing needs to happen to invalidate the Warriors winning was so frustrating. And I never understood why people were so mad about a team that had historically been so bad for so long finally being good. I don't usually those teams get celebrated and we just got crapped on the whole time.
Because they got in the way of LeBron.
Yeah, because LeBron really thought he was like going to Cleveland and rattling off several more championships.
That would be the issue.
And it's frustrating. Yeah, shouts to Seth Curry, Simple Bubble mentioning him. Yeah, Seth's been having a great year. He's been really helpful.
I've talked about him that's why I think the Mavericks are struggling like they are.
Yeah, they could use him for sure.
Luka
of players that we've talked about, Jordan Clarkson off the bench has 40 points right now. I just looked.
Yeah, he heard us talking.
Yeah. Speaking of sixth men of the year, he's 13 for 20, 8 for 13 from 3 with 40 points in 29 minutes off the bench.
I remember when they made that trade, the Jazz. Didn't they re-sign him after he played really well for them in the playoffs? Am I right?
Yep. They signed him
like 2 years ago.
This offseason.
Yeah. Yeah, he's always been a guy who seems like he should be that sixth man, Lou Williams archetype type of guy, and it just hasn't quite worked out for him before, but it looks like this is the spot. Yeah, I would be totally down with the Sixers winning the title if the Warriors are out of the picture. It'd be cool to see Seth. I mean, yeah, you've got your East team. That's fair.
It's not even that. It's Jimmy Butler carried that team a few seasons ago. And then for him to like leave and like that, I wouldn't want that for him. Plus, I know he's good buddies with Joel Embiid and would want it for them, but he carried them that postseason. Like, people seem to forget that they almost beat Toronto. And almost all of that had to do with Jimmy Butler.
From a totally different situation. But yeah, I mean, I'm just, obviously, the Warriors aren't going to win the title, and they've all faced that.
I would want to win it less than them, so I could settle for them. Like,
I just want like
Brooklyn not winning.
I want somebody new to win, like who we haven't seen win titles before. So Philly, Utah would be super cool. Like a weird, nobody expected them to do it, and now they're that good. I'm ready for some new faces if the Warriors aren't going to be there. Milwaukee would be cool. I like Giannis. I don't think they've solved all those problems that they continuously have in the playoffs, but
I think it would be great to see. Huh?
Oh, I was just saying I'm doing the TikTok off your highlights. The one semi close up of Steph shooting the three that toilet bowled and then just fell in. It's like perfect math. It's just like a parabola is just beautiful to watch. Anyways, I just had to say that.
Sure.
Just looking at this. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Somebody was saying AD is really out for a while, who wins the West? I mean, I think you got to assume the Clippers probably have the advantage there if AD is really gone for a while.
Although the Clippers have their own injury stuff right now, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome to the NBA where injuries happen.
That is what it is.
We're not going to feel sorry for them, that's for sure.
No. This year will be really interesting. I think we all sort of knew this coming in, but it's just very much open, like last year was. I think, a healthy Lakers team is obviously got to be considered favorites, but I don't think by a lot. I think it could go a lot of ways. Jazz, I don't know. I still like the Jazz are one of those teams where it's sort of like they're obviously playing super well, but I just have some suspicions about what happens when they're in a series with the Lakers or the Clippers and like have to beat them 4 times in a row or in a series. But could happen. I mean, again, nobody saw the 2015 Warriors coming, and this could be a similar season for the Jazz. So who knows? I don't think the Nets have the defense, frankly. I just don't, unless they really figure it out. But like, they just don't have the personnel, really. I mean, their offense alone will win them at least one series easily. But once they start playing the better teams in a whole 7-game
We're
series,
talking about Brooklyn.
Yeah.
There is no team I want to win less.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
It's like my combined hate for, well, you know what? I would have no problem with it if it weren't for James Harden.
Yeah, for sure.
There is no player on this planet I hate more than James Harden.
Yeah.
And like, even
similarly.
like, I would rather, I would rather LeBron win it than James Harden.
God, if it's Nets Lakers in the freaking finals,
I'm not
gonna
watching.
just be so bummed.
That would just be the most sad thing.
I guess I root for KD. I don't know, but like it would just be such a
people are gonna bring
bummer.
the argument of, oh yeah, like Harden is better than Curry, and now he has the championship to prove it.
I would lose my mind if that rhetoric started. If he had to be on that team, and yeah. Anyways, we're getting ahead of ourselves. I'm already getting irate just thinking about it. But we'll see. I don't know. I still think their defense sucks.
I don't hate James as much as everybody else.
Man,
not that
how
I root
did you
for
get
him.
through the last 5 years not hating him?
No,
you know what? I would say, actually, I would love to see Phoenix win.
I hate the guys that beat us, so there's LeBron and I guess not too many else. But
I was gonna say, you mean just LeBron?
we beat James, so I'm good.
It's true. It's like
the thing is, we beat James, but somehow people still say he's better than Steph.
See, you listen to people. I don't pay attention.
Yeah, that's a good point.
The Twitter,
all that stuff. My generation.
I just hate watching him. Like, I just hate watching his style of basketball. That's like the thing that would drive me crazy. And the fact that we played them over and over again meant that I had to watch so many games of a James Harden dominated offense because we'd play them every year in the playoffs. I was just so glad that we didn't go down to them. The whole time that like KD was getting hurt on that last year, I was just like, we can't lose to them. I'm okay if injuries take us down, but it can't be to these guys.
We tore their hearts out 3 times basically, right?
Steph just owned that team. All right.
Are you guys back? I'm back.
Yeah.
Middle up 50, 49, 48.
Yeah, I'm right there.
Oh, Trey.
Trey's just dropping dimes all night.
That's already
dime
10.
on dimes. So many dimes. Uh-oh.
He's got us
That's a pretty nice pass.
Yeah,
that was a pretty nice pass. Another pass by Garland.
Yeah, so from what I've seen,
that's 4 on Draymond. So if he wants it reviewed, review it.
If you're gonna review it, just say the foul. Let's do it. All ball.
That was
just trust this guy.
Steve has no choice because this is his fourth.
Yeah, I mean it's a good review to do because it's an important play. I think you got to be careful with those reviews to only do it when it.
It's going to be funny if he doesn't win the challenge. Oh my God, it's going to be hilarious.
Of course they won't show us a replay.
They got their bills to pay.
Oh, apparently, Marquise was making some comments on that Cavs argument.
What argument?
Oh, about
At
Allen
the end
and
of the
Sexton.
half.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was looking on Twitter for any sort of analyst's take on it. Nobody really commented on it. No, I think most of the writers aren't really watching this game. They're watching the Philly Utah game. Makes sense. Ben Simmons also with like the best game of his life in that game. Embiid was out, and Simmons goes for 42, 12, and 9. But Utah beat him off of Clarkson's big game. Oh, my feed just jumped ahead, so I think I'm going to be ahead of you. I mean, I'm still on commercial also, but it just jumped live when I had been a little bit back of live. I will tell you when I am back so I can pause.
I couldn't really hear what they were saying. I was trying to listen, but
Yeah, I don't know. I'm very curious. Remember when Kevin Love had that whole frustration with Sexton on that possession a couple years ago and like threw the ball at him?
Really? Wow.
Not like at him, but like fired a pass that was like way too hard to him. Like it was very much just like a frustration pass that was aggressive. It was something where Sexton was just over dribbling and then like threw a hot potato pass to Love. And
Okay,
Love was just like,
I'm
what the
looking
heck
at
do you want
the.
me to do with it?
Can you guys see this? I'm looking at the.
No, your background is overriding it.
Anyway, the angle that Steph dribbled, it's like he's doing a squat to do the step back on that shot.
Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna pause it at 11:20. Wait, what? 11:23. So tell me when you get to 11:23.
okay.
Yay, they won the challenge.
And they did win, yeah.
They don't
Okay.
have a clock.
5,
25,
4,
24, 23.
All right,
Cool.
we're good.
Like the same spot.
Yeah, good for Dre. Got the challenge. Oh, got no box out on there though. Thank you, Jeffrey, for moderating down there. Oh, great play by Draymond. Fake handoff. Oh, but they just get beat in transition off the made basket. Yikes.
I swear, Osman literally looks like a horse frolicking.
Wiggins hit the 3. There we go.
3. There we go.
Warriors up 13 for people who need a score update. 71-58. Warriors shooting the lights out from 3 this game, 10 for 18. We just lock down on all the stupid little turnovers and offensive rebounds and stuff. This game's over real fast. Steph gets an open 3, makes it, obviously. He's just on fire today. Draymond gets another assist. Posting up Steph. He holds up pretty well, and Wiggins comes in and snatches the board.
Oh, Andrew. Oh, got you downhill. Oh, no.
Just too hard of a pass for that short.
Okay.
Yeah, smart play by
I thought
Jared.
we were going to have a Wiggins.
I mean, that was a bad pass, but then why is Oubre so close to it, right?
Yeah, it was miscommunication.
I think people thought I thought Wiggins was going to do a Euro.
I think they just,
that is his move there.
They just read each other wrong. But Oubre makes up for it with the finish on the other end. Up 14 still.
That's where the whole, getting used to each other comes in.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's
we're
just going to
used to
take as long as it
watching
takes.
we're used to watching guys who have played like 8 years together. These guys have played 20 games together or whatever, so they're
Yeah,
getting used to
or
each other.
Sean Livingston to Andre Iguodala
Yeah, the
type deal
level we
where
got so spoiled with basketball IQ, like we didn't like
yeah,
I wasn't even really aware of how much we were spoiled until watching this team. Where it's like, Oubre and Wiggins, I'm not gonna trash on them like a lot of people, but they just aren't Iguodala level of basketball intellect, and it's just kind of obvious the difference between having a lot of talent versus like being a basketball genius,
eh, simple
which is fine.
bubble. Look at
I
that
mean, we
question.
were
People say, here's the problem. Like I did a video on this.
people
Uh,
say
People say Curry was talking to KD after the previous game about teaming up one last time. Agreed. No, I did a video on it. It's on our channel. It has
yes,
40,000 views.
people
They
say
were talking about a specific pin in play, and they were just saying, oh, how would you adjust to this, and just talking basketball, X's and O's.
yeah, those yeah.
It's on our channel. That's the thing.
For all his weirdness, like I love when he just talks basketball because he's obviously such a genius as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, guys, like if KD wanted to keep playing with Steph, he would have just kept playing with Steph. Like, and none of that makes any sense. Like, that was an option. He could have just stayed. Um, yeah, I mean, these guys like to talk about stuff. Sometimes they're just talking because they know each other. Like it doesn't have to be about anything too deep, you know. They're highlighting that beautiful Wanamaker Pascal Lee tic-tac-toe.
I mean, that was their one good play. Fitz is going crazy about it.
He's a company man.
It's as if they were doing that the entire stint. They weren't.
Yep. It's remarkable because they did it one time. All right, let's see if the starters can balloon this lead a little bit.
Draymond, good contest.
Yeah, Draymond just really locking down that paint as much as he can. I've switched.
Steph.
Oh, here we go. Oh, air ball.
Right.
Error.
Yeah,
Rare
weird to
error
see
for
miss like that.
oh wow. City Osmond goes coast to coast.
Just absolutely no one picks up the ball. That's dumb.
You know how Steph was Jordan-esque that one play? He was Jordan-esque there too because it's a rare error for Steph.
Wiggins draws the foul on the alley-oop attempt.
Right,
yeah, I did hear that. Blue G referencing that podcast with Bogut.
We're gonna do some load management.
Bogut talked about he was just reflecting on the years with the Warriors and stuff. And yeah, as he said, he talked about how Andre was just like could not stand low IQ players and would just blow up at them.
Speaking of.
Yeah, just kind of fell down with the ball there. But oh my God, can't get a hand on it. Osman wide open, clanks, but again, offensive rebound. My God. If we could just limit these offensive rebounds, this is like a 20-point game. Much better box out there.
Wiggins on the block against Sexton, backs him out. Rolls out.
Just can't get the roll. You like that matchup though.
I'll settle for that shot 9 times out of 10. That's going in.
Good defense by Steph. Juan gets it.
Steph is like, hurry up, boy.
Oh, great pass.
Wow.
Steph's
How
finishing
did Steph
ability
finish
is
that?
ridiculous.
Sheesh.
His he doesn't get the credit he deserves for his inside finishing. It's ridiculous. Open
And
now.
who is that?
Sexton.
Oof.
Oh, yeah. You could see that coming. Allen was sizing him up. Curry's backdoor cuts and everything are so good. He's so smart at using, his shooting threat against his cuts. Try to open them up. Oh boy.
Sometimes don't even know.
I mean, it was clear what he was trying to do. He thought he was going to get him up in the air and draw the foul, but he didn't. And then Osmond swishes the 3, and it's an 8-point game. Come on.
Steph.
That's absurd. That guy is like a foot taller than him.
Somehow finishes Steph with 31 on 6 of 9 shooting from 3.
Oh my God.
Oubre,
Nice
okay.
hands. Great hands. And then they have to
Osmond
foul.
fouls Draymond.
Yeah, Osmond just kind of deflated there and foul.
Wow.
I can't believe Curry got this off. He's just so smart with his body to bump him a little bit.
Wiggins held again.
Yeah, they're backdooring and going off cuts like all the time.
This is
they
when
must
their
have read
offense
something.
is at its best.
Yeah, they must have read something or seen something in the scouting report that Cleveland loses guys off of those types of cuts, because they're running that way more than I feel like they usually do. And it's been working, so they're right. Again.
And again.
Yeah, Cleveland is not sharp on those.
This time almost finishes, but gets called, gets a foul.
Yeah, Cleveland is not sharp on that communication.
Can we talk a little basketball vernacular real quick? Because it's been bugging me a little bit, but not much. And I don't mean to pick on you, but it just bugs me a little bit. Rebecca, is like when you say okay, like when Oubre, okay, Oubre, isn't that supposed to be like Oubre doesn't usually do that, and then he does that, and you're like, okay. But you see, Oubre does that, so it's not an okay. That's just me from the playground, pickup ball. I'm just saying, like, if it's a surprise, then it's an okay, right?
Okay.
You can have a rebuttal. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Wait, I don't even get what you're trying to say.
No, when you say a good play for a guy like Oubre on defense getting that steal, you're like, okay, Oubre. But when I'm on the pickup basketball court, we only do that when a guy does something you didn't expect. Oh, number 3
wide, man. They are taking advantage of communication off of screens.
I'm being nitpicky. But no, I mean, I just expect like a guy who's not doing what he's supposed to do.
I don't think it was more at the sense that it was Oubre doing it. I think it was the sense that we got a steal or a block or whatever it was in general.
That whole sequence, Steph lefty inside out between the leg thing. Oh my goodness. And then Mulder finishes it off. All right, we're back up 16. That was quick.
Yep.
I mean, let 2 minutes ago we were like, oh man, we're only up 8. And now we're 16.
Great defense there. Oubre with a great closeout to force that shot.
Yeah.
That bad shot.
Mulder and Draymond teamed up to box out Jarrett.
That's that Steph Clay little split cut thing.
Ooh, that Mulder one, I thought it was so close to stepping on the line there.
Yeah, that was very under control by Mulder.
That's pretty good, man.
Draymond has 15
Oh my
assists.
God. Just beautiful. That's again, I mean, not something that's going to go in any sort of stat line, but that's
So,
Steph
like,
again setting that back screen.
I would want to know on that Boulder 3, like, can Justinian Jessup do that? Like, that was a serious step back. Like, bam,
From what
bam.
I've seen,
Now,
he's
if he
hit
can do
shots like
that,
that in Australia.
really? Wow.
Well, he's
Okay.
Clay
Mhm.
2.0.
Oh, it's
Well, I
just
mean,
again that
yeah, I
dunk by
hope so.
Juan, that dunk by Juan is entirely Steph. Like two guys jumping at
Yeah.
Steph on that screen.
They are fighting on that every single time. I don't know
It's
what you
the
do as a
problem.
coach.
Yeah, I was gonna say you
Your
have to have
Bickerstaff?
incredible
Oh,
communication.
God.
You just really have to have great communication.
Little too much there by
Uh,
Juan.
yeah, not a bad idea, but just not quick with his hands there. But yeah, I mean,
That's
guarding
right.
Steph,
Yep, 18.
the thing that makes Steph so devastating is obviously his actual offensive talent, but very few players who are his level of scorer are like committed to that level of off-ball movement and back screens and stuff. And like the idea of trying to guard him when you're so terrified of him springing free, but he's actually being a decoy and setting back screens for guys off of two-way contracts to get dunks. Like your whole defense is so geared to just doing anything to prevent him from catching the ball that you just end up with these open layups and dunks all over the place. The thing that everybody who ever coached James Harden has always just been so frustrated with, that like he's brilliant with the ball, but the second he doesn't have the ball, he just stands there. And if he had run around, you just open stuff up. Here we are. Steph setting a back screen on Oubre, gets
Get
Oubre a
this,
wide
Kelly.
open
Oh,
three.
too bad.
And then Steph
Wait a
gets
minute.
the offensive rebound. That's incredible. So he springs Oubre free with the back screen
Well,
again, and then
are
gets
they going to give
essentially
him
the
the?
possession.
It's
No,
going to be
but
a team rebound.
yeah,
But
but he wins the possession. It's crazy. 90,
ooh,
74. Oh, that's that little
Oh,
Harrison
sick
Barnes.
pass.
Beautiful.
That's a sick pass.
That's that little Harrison Barnes play from back in the day.
Whoa, Harrison Barnes. Oh, right. Yeah,
They would
vague
they would
memories of
always
that.
get that shot for Barnes in that corner off the out of bounds.
That was
You
the
know what?
one
His
in
corner
the
threes
that was the
went
one
okay.
inbound innovation Mark Jackson had.
Yeah.
I'm just having fun. I don't hate him or anything.
He did some really good things and obviously was improved on.
Oh, the biggest thing he did was not just the defense, but just the confidence that he gave those young guys,
Yep.
Steph and Clay. Those
Yeah.
two guys.
I will
It
never
was the mental
forget.
part.
Yeah, great box out by wait, what?
Or not.
They're calling that on Mulder?
Apparently.
That's why
Okay, sure.
Steph and Clay will always have, a place in their hearts for Mark Jackson because he gave them the confidence.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll never forget Keith Smart just benching Steph over and over and over again.
AC Law.
Yeah, the AC Law thing. Yeah,
Oh my
JaVale was
goodness.
out of bounds when he was touching that.
Keith
But that's
Smart.
like that's
Wow.
the most
Yeah.
that's the stupidest thing I've ever seen,
Here we go.
especially looking back.
Whatever play that is, we need apricot.
We'll see.
But JaVale is so spidery.
Yeah, he really is.
Oh, it's just funny.
His limbs just go on forever.
Up 19. That's more like it,
Yeah.
When
So
we were
this
up
is
6,
as
I was like,
predicted. Yeah, as
yeah.
predicted, they've opened things up a bit. And
McGee Island.
oh man, Steph
Would have been a good conversation. Running down the
Mulder.
floor.
Oh no, that was Juan. No, my bad.
Yeah.
That's the advantage of Steph pulling the center all the way out to
how
the
many
3-point line.
rebounds for Juan?
Got a few.
Because he wanted 14.
Definitely not that, but
He's got 5. He's got 5.
Great pass though. Beautiful pass finds Oubre for a dunk. We're up 23. Really opened it up in a third.
More like it. Yes.
Very patient. Juan is like, I've noticed that he isn't super quick with reading things, but he's really patient. Like he misses passes sometimes. Like he doesn't see something opening up that like Draymond would have hit immediately, but he doesn't force stuff, you know, he just like waits for the actual thing to open up. And yeah, third quarter explosion like we kind of hoped and thought. Really, it's been a defensive lockdown. You look at the quarter scores, and the Warriors have been pretty consistent. I mean, there's still 3 minutes left, but they've hit 32, 32, 33 in their 3 quarters so far. And after that 32-point first quarter, they've held the Cavs to 22 and now 20. So it's really just tightening things up on the defensive end.
Jeez, we have so many highlights.
Yeah. I mean, Steph might not play the fourth quarter, but he would have gotten 50 probably if they let him play the full game. You look at his 34 on 18 shot attempts, 7 of 11 from 3, 13 of 18. Draymond has 15 assists, just like so efficient, this offense. Yeah, how many rebounds does Juan have? He has 5. That's
5.
Okay. He's got some work to do.
He says he wants to average 10. And the
sure.
reason why he says that is because he averaged 10 or 9.4 or something, 9.7 in G League. So he feels like, I think it's, it's a different level, obviously. So yeah. I'd be happy with 7. I'd be happy with 7.
Yeah, 7 would be great. Mulder with a great
rebound
box out there. I saw Mulder boxing out JaVale.
And then Oubre just flies in with one hand.
Yeah.
Swallows up the rebound. Oh, got the step.
Gets a clean look.
Oh, too bad.
Wow. Surprised you didn't draw
I wanted
a foul
to get
there.
One of those.
Yeah. Mulder guarding JaVale now. Yeah, that was kind of a messed up sequence.
Who was that guy?
That's that Stevens guy. Oh, Steph. Oh,
he got a call.
Get it to drop though.
JaVale has to pick him up off the floor.
I'm shocked he didn't hit that. He usually is so money on that English off the glass.
Those are just so
it just
rolled
off.
Even though he gets hit on those, it's like fun to watch because it's like so high off the glass and then bam.
And it's like a 3-point layup or something. Like you just see it flying through the air.
Or it's like when a quarterback launches one and then they get hit. It's kind of like you secretly kind of want to see that, but really you don't want the guy to get hurt.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know if I think Mulder's better than Lee. Simple Bubble saying that. I'm still not sure, but it seems like Kerr has started to lean towards Mulder playing a little more. But they're kind of flopping minutes a lot, so I don't know.
I can't be mad. Like
Mulder's just shooting better right now.
Yeah. I like Mulder. I like both of them. So when they're doing well, happy.
Good defense without fouling there, but good finish by Sexton.
Plus, Damian was going to get his guarantee no matter what.
Yeah.
Mulder, maybe not as sure.
Great ball movement. I know we missed that shot.
Yeah, that's a great possession for sure.
It's a great look, great possession.
The more Mulder plays like this, the more chance he'll get that guarantee. So I hope he gets it.
All right, leads back down to 18. Let a couple possessions go. We want to close out strong here, so the fourth quarter is a moot point.
Bye-bye, JaVale.
Oh, Draymond, geez. That's one of those where Draymond needs to just shoot it.
Oh, too bad, Mike.
Draymond getting too unselfish. He had a layup if he wanted it.
Sometimes he's a little too unselfish.
Great box out by Juan, and then Draymond totally doesn't box out. Great play by Juan.
Get up, Juan, please.
I hope he's okay. I think he's okay. He just kind of took a shot.
Body.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was upper
but
body.
He wipes that 3 away by taking that hit, so that works. Yeah, I think he just got
They got to review it. They're going to review it to see if it was a foul before the shot or after. No, he's going to bark at him. He doesn't hold back. He barks. As we know from the as we know
Juan.
from the Magruder incident. Yeah, Juan barks.
So the shot's already up, so I guess maybe the shot still counts.
Okay, gotta catch up to these highlights.
Yeah, shot's up in the air when McGee fouls him.
Okay.
So it looks like shot will count.
Wow.
So Simple Bubbles asking, I mean, asked Rich, but asking about the play stuff more in the fourth question. I mean, I feel like we've talked about this a few times.
Yeah, I'm all with Steve Kerr, man. He knows more than I do, so I go with him. And if he says that a couple minutes here or there makes a big difference in the rest of Steph's career, it's not just Steve, late at night on the laptop doing spreadsheets. It's actually the whole staff. So they have figured it out. Nick Uren, Chris DeMarco, Theo. I mean, those guys are more on the corpus, so it's more probably Nick Uren to figure these analytics out. Kirk Lacob, and I think they got a couple other guys on the staff that people don't know about. So if you think you have analytics, no, hey, they've got way more than any of us. So at some point, you got to put your trust in Steve. So that's my little diatribe on that. I go with what Steve. If Steve says something, I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm on board. Probably 99 times out of 100.
Yeah, I trust him. I mean, I think like you can quibble on certain games when I know Kerr does certain games he pushes his chips in a little bit more and does play
He
Steph
did
a
that
couple more
one game,
minutes.
remember?
Yeah.
We were looking at the thing and it was like 7 minutes ago. Oh, he's played 30 minutes. So that's going to be 37 minutes, which is more than 34 to 35. So even though he said that in the press conference, every now and then he'll tweak it as needed. And they really needed to win that game. So
So I think, I trust him at this point. It's everyone makes some mistakes. Maybe there's some games where he could have put him in 2 minutes earlier and it would have mattered. But, I mean, who knows?
Oh, all you got to do is go coach yourself. Go coach in the
I trust the decision
rec
making.
league.
Yeah.
If you just go coach your own rec league team, there are so many variables. It will like enlighten you. You'll be like,
okay. So the way this call works,
done that.
because we're in the bonus. Because we're in. Oh, whoops, my internet's unstable. Yeah.
Cool. We'll take the 2 free points real quick.
I'm back. I kind of lagged out for a bit there. Internet went unstable for a sec. Yeah, we'll see this game. I mean, I hope that they can keep the lead big enough that they don't need to play stuff too much more.
So many highlights.
Yeah.
Great.
Also, listen to this stat that Slater just tweeted out. Draymond Green this season, 125 points, 137 rebounds, 198 assists.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, just give Steph the ball.
Look at that.
Oh,
too bad.
He's mad about that one.
Yeah. Didn't even get a shot off. Totally lost track of time. All right, so 17-point lead going into the fourth. Pretty happy with that. You just hope the second unit can kind of maintain this space of the lead and let Steph and Dre rest. We'll see if Pascal can do a little bit better in the second stint.
Yep, that'll be good. Or the whole second unit.
Yeah.
I guess Wanamaker has played well.
Yeah, I mean, most of the second unit was looking pretty well, but Pascal is so important that if he's off,
right.
I mean, they just need him to be an actual offensive threat, and he kind of wasn't. But we'll see. Wiggins usually rises to this sort of moment where he just kind of hits a few shots and sort of puts it away a little bit. he's been kind of quiet. Not that he's had at all a bad game. He's been solid, but he only has 9 points up till now. I imagine he'll score, at least 5 or so in this quarter. Draymond up to 16 assists.
Through 3 quarters.
Yeah, he has his assist total through 3 quarters and Steph's point total through 3 quarters is both are ridiculous. And that's definitely connected. Yeah, it's interesting looking at the team stats. Like the Warriors are shooting so well. 56% overall, 52% from 3. They still haven't missed a free throw. Like 50, 50, 100 is ridiculous for the game. And obviously they were able to balloon the lead out a little bit in that quarter, but Cleveland has 14 offensive rebounds, which is the only reason this isn't just a gigantic blowout.
Steph has 1 turnover tonight.
Yeah, he's been better the last few, I feel, at that. I don't know about the Brooklyn game. I didn't really watch most of it because I kind of knew it was coming and avoided
it.
No money for you, Mama Curry.
Actually, Warriors only had 3 turnovers last game. 13 turnovers last game.
Yeah, that wasn't the problem.
No.
This is a career high of assists for Draymond.
This is a career high?
Yeah, or tied it, apparently. So if he gets one more if he comes back. I think they're going to have to play Steph and Dre with the injuries because you can't play, Wanamaker can't play 12 straight minutes probably. So you probably have to bring some of them back.
I'm sorry, that
JaVale. Yeah, that JaVale.
Oh, that whole sequence on both ends.
Yikes.
What are you doing?
Yeah, that was ugly all over the place. Yeah, Kerr calls timeout immediately. It's just like, what the hell are you doing?
There you go. Yeah, I like it. Good old, Popovich coming out of there.
Yeah, he came out fiery.
I was gonna say that's a Popovich timeout.
Yeah,
I think he's just really tired of the first unit,
and then you guarantee them points with the goaltend.
Yeah, and then he's seen too many of these games where the second unit just is totally letting the first unit have to carry them every time.
Yeah. Also, I'll give I'll give this unit kind of a pass in terms of they're still kind of learning each other too. So, but it's kind of like you see these timeouts with AAU teams, right? So they're still I got a long way to go.
Yeah.
But they were clicking earlier in the season, Strange, very strange.
Yeah. It honestly feels like a lot of it is just Pascal being a few steps behind where he was in the beginning of the season because he was such a huge part of that second unit success. But it's also just they're a little sloppy too. Let's see. They just need to put together 5 minutes of not catastrophe.
There we go. There we go.
It's so helpful having Jeffrey as a blue wrench.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that was a good call. What is okay? I'm not gonna. Let's just not mention
Yeah, I know.
the obvious, really bad comment. Let's just not talk about it. I'm just gonna say that ahead of time so we don't have to waste our breath.
What?
No.
Don't
We
even.
no,
Just
no.
don't look at it. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Our good loyal listeners are regulating already. All right, let's see what we got here.
Short.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I don't
Nope.
love it, but it's fine.
Gosh.
Great poke by Bazemore on that Garland drive.
Ah,
But then he
Fitz
just gets sleeping and, well, they get bailed out.
Fitz just said the goal is not to have Draymond or Steph come back, but you out-analyzed him.
There
Yeah,
you go,
come on,
EP.
Pascal.
Yay.
You got to score on that. Yep. Yep. Yeah, he's got to capitalize every time he has a guard on him. Wiggins, a lot of jumpers short for Wiggins this game. I don't know, just a little
all
tired
year.
or something. Yeah, that is true. That is how he usually misses. Sexton goes right in, but offensive foul. JaVale kind of hooked Pascal down there. Yeah, very patient little jump hook. Yep, yeah. JaVale's grabbing him around the side of his body.
Drawing fouls.
There we go. Yeah. Aggressive Wiggins is a good Wiggins. Although he can't shoot free throws for some reason this year. I don't get it. Thanks, Jeffrey, for helping people out in there. Yeah, 86-103. Wiggins has 2 free throws. I mean, Lepidoptery, is that not already happened? I feel like that probably already happened, that Steph made more threes than free throws. Steph had a few
I think that happens every night.
He had a few really high free throw total games in the beginning of the year, so maybe that wasn't the case for a while, but I feel like he must have caught up to that. Wiggins hits both free throws. That's exciting. So Simple Bubble asking about two-way Wiggs. As a nickname, I don't know. I don't feel like it's that creative.
When he has a good game,
I think
yes.
Yeah, I think it describes what you want him to do, but like I don't think it's that interesting of a nickname.
Oh, Damien's throwing up some bricks.
I was about to say the exact same thing.
Yeah, he has just been off. But in any case, still up 19.
He has a bandage, right? He has a bandage on his hand, so maybe that's bothering.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, like over his thumb.
Oh, Steph, Clay, and Dre chatting.
I saw that too.
Keep him on there for
smile.
Just nice to see Clay around the team.
And speaking, like you know, when he talks. Now my stream froze. What the hell's going on here?
Pascal gets the rebound.
Come on.
Pascal attacking Allen, kicks out to Damien. Kind of nothing happening, throws it. Pascal and Damien kind of read each other the wrong direction.
Come on, iPad. Sound isn't working. Yep, I gotta get out of here and come back. That sucks.
Yeah, that's a foul. Come on. Okay. Bazemore draws a foul. Yeah, that's a foul. You blocked it. You blocked
I
him.
had to drop out.
I swear, the shoes that Pascal wears makes it look like he doesn't have shoes on.
Yeah, it's true.
They're the Kobe's, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna keep with my okays, but damn, Wiggs.
Yeah. Wiggins looking way more aggressive in this fourth quarter. I think he
Wiggins
knows that.
was mad at that rim.
Yeah, I think he knows this is his time to just assert himself a bit and put the game away, and he's been doing that.
That was the most ferocious dunk I've seen.
Yeah,
from him this
it.
season.
Yeah, just post him up, Pascal.
I'm at 8:05. Where are you guys?
8:26.
Okay. I
Okay,
will
we'll
stop
tell
at
you.
8 exactly.
Okay.
What are you at, Gabe?
We're doing.
I'm at 8:14.
Okay. I'm at
Okay, we're
8:07, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Bye.
2, 1.
Yeah, I think I'm just like a second behind,
second
but
behind.
I'm not gonna mess with that second.
Baze, you all right?
Yeah, he just kind of. You
And
okay?
we throw it away.
Come on!
Steve's got to be pissed.
Bunch of idiots right there.
Some sloppy play.
Oh my
There have
god!
been so many of those tonight.
I mean, you're
What's
up
the score?
19. They've mostly done a good job until this last sequence, but man, you just you know, just put them away. Just put them away. At least they didn't give up points there, but just throwing the ball away for nothing. Yeah, just make Jared Allen shoot from 5 feet
Warriors
away.
PR just tweeted that Draymond's 86 assists over the last 7 games is the most by a center.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, great little play there by Wanamaker to find him there too.
In the record books again, Draymond.
Lepidopter is talking about Steph's free throw versus threes for his whole career. Yeah, because his beginning several years he wasn't putting up as many threes. So, but I almost imagine he's probably caught up by now. Because he usually shoots like 4 free throws a game and shoots like, makes like 5 or 10 threes a game, somewhere between like 5 and 10 threes, right? He has had some free throw games. There. Oh, wow, yeah.
Come on, Damian. Finally! Oh, that must feel good for him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nice to see. He must, as you said, he must feel good. That puts it back up to 24. It looks like Steph and Dre probably don't have to come back in. Great defense by Wiggins. Oh, beautiful play. You got a highlight coming up. Looked like you were looking away.
I was too.
You got Wiggins poking a steal. Wanamaker gets the outlet. You'll see it right here. Throws it back.
There you go. There you
go, Wiggs.
Happy for all the second unit, man. They need some energy boost.
Wiggins is so funny with his athleticism. Like, you won't even notice for stretches of the game just like how freakish he is athletically, and then all of a sudden in one possession he'll just like jump way higher than you expect him in that moment. He's happy to kind of like use his athleticism laterally, like slink through people or take these like long strides and stuff.
Luke Kennard is one of the most disgusting looking NBA players I've seen.
What? Luke Kennard out here just catching stray bullets all of a sudden.
It's not stray, it's the heat.
You got like a picture-in-picture going on over here?
Yeah.
Or 2 screens.
Just for the last few minutes. Because the Clippers are getting away with travels.
Oh, yeah, they aren't playing Leonard or George.
Yeah, meaning why the hell we're not winning, I don't know.
Yeah, you guys have been, well, Dragic isn't playing too. But
yeah, which doesn't help, but
you should still beat them without those guys.
Yeah.
Brooklyn putting it on Sacramento.
The problem is Morris is going off. He's shooting like he never has before, which always seems to happen with the Heat, is someone goes off for more than they've ever shot before.
And I swear, like, if you want to make some quick money, just bet. I seriously bet every single over for every single Brooklyn game. Because they will not play defense and they will score a million points. Like,
well, and KD's out tonight too.
Yeah, 134 to 121 right now in their game. Like every game except for the Warriors game, like both teams are at 120 or more, basically.
Well, and the Warriors would have. They had open looks. They were just missing them.
Yeah, like the Nets are a horrendous defensive team. They just have so much firepower that it doesn't matter most of the time. But like that is one of the worst defenses I've ever watched of like a contending theoretically team. That's because you have Harden and Irving as your primary two wing defenders, and KD coming off an Achilles as your other.
Once the Warriors get back to play, the two of them going at Kyrie and Harden on the same team.
Gonna be some fun duels. Bazemore has had a really great defensive game.
All right, Pascal.
Wow. Pascal really doesn't do that much. Nice to see. Second unit really holding it down here so the first doesn't have to come back.
So yeah, we got the Heat in 2 nights, Rebecca.
Yeah.
You going to be available for that one?
I don't know.
Simple Bubble was asking if Kennard was the dude with the receding hairline or is that Caruso? No, that's Caruso.
That's Caruso. Kennard is the one with a huge, giant, bald spot on the back of his head.
Oh, Damian got another look. God, man. Couldn't get a rhythm.
No, Caruso's the one with the horrible hairline.
Yeah. Caruso looks like a 45-year-old rec league player.
It's crazy though how blowouts of 2021 are like 26 points, whereas the 90s they were 16.
Yeah, this game in this year in general, like even comparatively to years before, just feel like the ballooning of leads is way more prevalent. You have a game that's like 15, 16 points that turns into 30 like way more often this year. Man, Cavs are real sloppy. We'll see. I wonder if Kerr will. Yeah, wow. That's
he had a
big ol' air ball.
The center. Sexton had the center switched on him, Pascal basically.
Yeah, I would have definitely.
Oh, look at Draymond. I think Draymond's saying, "Wow, you passed that one. Wow, you passed it." Which is exactly the same thing I was wondering.
Yeah, weird. That's the kind of play that you want Sexton to ISO.
Draymond gets the talking. I wonder who started the talking.
I'm still very curious at the Allen Sexton blow up. You just don't see that on the court. I know guys yell at each other in the locker room and stuff, but you don't see them that demonstrative on the court usually.
And how many years a veteran is Allen?
I think he's only played 3-4 years.
Who, Jared Allen?
They're about the same.
Yeah, I think they might even be the same draft. I'm not sure. Something around there though.
How are we doing in the chat?
Mulder coming in for some some breather for Wiggins. Good look there for him. Well, second unit has done its job. This is officially a Steph Dre doesn't have to play.
Eddie.
No, the
No, there is
usual,
not
like,
another player like Draymond. Draymond is one of a
Draymond
kind, and
comps.
he's Hall of
Yeah.
Famer,
That's why he
in my opinion.
it's why he went so far back in the draft, because nobody really could figure out what he was, and why he is who he is now.
Good hustle there by Wanamaker.
Yeah. So had Damian Lee over there, but just is content to burn some clock here.
Steph was getting ready to have him on that one.
Man, Damian cannot find it. About the only Warrior not shooting at a high percentage. How much is Iguodala even playing for the Heat these days? It's not a lot, right?
Time-wise?
Yeah.
Actually, a good bit. He's playing right now.
Yeah, 18 minutes. Yeah, I guess not so much less. All
Pascal. Backward.
right, it's fine. Hasn't put one up from there yet.
JaVale and Pascal. Skyhook, baby. That was a legitimate Kareem attempt.
That's rough, man. If you're like 7 inches taller than the guy, you got to be able to get something better than that. Yeah, rough game for a bunch of the Cavs. Thought Sexton looked really good to begin with, and then kind of vanished.
So who did the Lakers get for JaVale? Was it a 3-way deal?
Did they get anybody for him, or they just let him go?
I thought they just let him go.
I think they just didn't re-sign him. But I don't remember exactly.
I'll look it up. I thought he was part of a deal.
Possible.
Was it part of maybe?
Got somebody. Anyway,
I mean, I know the Lakers brought in Montrezl Harrell, but that was a free agent signing.
Yeah, that was a whole other thing.
Traded for Alfonso McKinney and Jordan Bell. Who'd have thunk?
Sure. What a world. What a weird little carousel that is.
That is crazy. That is nuts.
Jordan Bell's lighting up in the G League right now.
Oh, Damian.
Almost.
Oh, they got
still
it back? Wait, okay. Whatever.
Wait, how do they have a 24-second shot clock reset?
That's what Damian's wondering right now, and it's your home scorekeeper that did that. So
yeah,
in fact, I know the guy. The guy actually played in my league.
But
his name is
when you dive out of bounds to touch the ball, that doesn't reset the shot clock.
AEP knocking down the midi.
They'll never get over his kick.
They have to give Damian a steal then for that.
Yeah, I guess.
Let me check the play-by-play.
Yeah, if it counts as a possession change, then it has to be a steal.
They gave him a turnover.
Yeah, well, I mean, if it's a steal, then it's a steal and a turnover. Yeah.
Steal turnover. So at least he got the steal, but yeah, that's what's his name? Charles Edwards, I think is his name. That's doing the shot clock.
This Cavs second unit is fouling like crazy. Making this kind of drag on when it has been over for a while. Looks like Pascal will get some free throws.
JaVale fouled out.
Did he foul out?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
It's fun seeing him though.
Yeah. Yeah, wow, that's a lot of fouls in it. He only played 17 minutes. Yeah, made use of his fouls. Got them all out. Yeah, so Steph and Draymond and Wiggins all end up with only 30 minutes of playing time. Second unit really does their job in this quarter. Well, this is kind of the trend of this year is like
Under
they
2
really
minutes.
they beat up the really bad teams. Like they're definitely not the caliber of team as these guys. They just, have trouble with the Brooklyns of the world. Mulder.
We are just burning the Cavs on the slip cut fake screen.
Yeah, Cavs defense. I thought the Cavs defense was actually really good to start the year. I feel like I remember seeing some advanced numbers of them being one of the better units.
Drummond was part of that.
Yeah, maybe.
Mulder.
Man,
Okay.
Mulder.
Hey.
Yeah.
He's just heating it up.
Sign him.
He's making his case.
Mulder,
Only
4 of 6
9
from
more
3
days.
tonight.
9 more days for Mulder.
Yeah,
but yeah, you kind of you just wait till the last minute because you never know. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, there's no point
Injury,
in
God forbid. Knock on wood.
Well, because they're they have to kind of think about the big situation. But I imagine they'll just keep him. He's been playing really well.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I mean, like, God forbid.
And at that point, they're gonna almost
Draymond
have
goes down
back.
or something, and then they need to go get somebody. So
for sure.
Scary, but hopefully that doesn't happen.
Yeah. So super encouraging game for the second unit. Get them some confidence.
36.
I mean,
what are the stats leaders in the NBA?
Yeah, it's again one of these things where like he would have had like 48 points if he had been needed.
He seems to like the little thing that's right there. The guys seem to like that, the thing that they have blocking the chairs.
Oh yeah, they like to lean on that little stanchion
thing. You know what? In some ways, there is a good part to it in the sense of safety, not just kind of because of COVID and stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
Ankles.
Yeah, it always seems a little dangerous how close they are.
And I always think back to that
Bradley Beal. Wow. He's leading the league. 33 points a game, 32 points.
Yeah. He's been on fire.
That's
also, kind of similar to Steph, like that team just needs him so much. Like they need him to put up those numbers.
They won tonight. They beat the Rockets.
Draymond doesn't get his career high.
30.
Well, I mean, he ties his career high, but can't beat it because they're too good. When this is sort of the problem with both Draymond and Steph. Like if they're playing phenomenally, they rarely need to be in at the end of games. A little more this year than usual, of course.
50 seconds to go, even though Warriors already tweeted that they won.
Yeah, well, the final score is the only question.
We're not winning?
Yeah. 30 points, though. Again, one of these things that was like they're up by 15, 18,
we're just behind.
And suddenly becomes 30.
Knocking down the 2.
Yeah,
you know what? Hopefully this extended minutes got EP going a little bit.
Yeah, he has
6 of 11 from the field.
Ooh,
looks a little better.
I wonder if Draymond can pass LeBron and Chris Paul on assists per game tonight. He's 8th. Chris Paul is 6th.
I don't know.
What?
He's only behind by
first
0.2.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
Jokic,
he put up 16, I would assume.
5. Jokic is top
has
5
been nuts.
assists. 8.2,
it's been ridiculous.
8.7 assists per game.
Yeah, for your center.
Jokic for your center, and he's 5th. Harden at 11.2. Man, these numbers are crazy.
That's what happens when, like, at least in Brooklyn, of course he's putting up 11 assists a game because they're shooting the
Yeah.
ball like
Yeah, well, he's decided clearly
1,000
to just
fucking times.
to just be the point guard and set those guys up.
Okay, so what post-game thoughts do you have, people?
I mean,
mean-
finally in that third quarter, we did what we needed to do, and we played like we should have been.
Yeah, phenomenal second half. First half was sloppy, but again, it's kind of some of the sloppy or some of the problems in the first half are positional issues that they just have with no bigs. You know, a lot of those offensive rebounds that they gave up, like they could have done better, but it's just kind of an issue they're going to keep having until they get Looney and Wiseman back, or at least one of them. But I mean, I think it's like two things is just like encouraging to just keep beating up bad teams. Like you got to do that this year. You got to like really make use of light schedule times because they're not good enough to win a lot against the best teams. And so you got to just beat up these bad teams. And so they're doing that, and that's encouraging. Steph continues to be in a crazy good rhythm, and much encouraging stuff from the second unit in that fourth quarter.
Oh, we got Miami in 45 hours. Predictions for that one? Why not? I hate doing predictions, but we got to do for this one because this is Rebecca's team.
I mean, I think the offensive rebound issues won't be as big a deal. Like Draymond and Adebayo are like sized, you know. But I don't know. I mean, Miami's been playing not amazingly. I'm sure Rebecca can talk about it.
So wait, who's out?
Up and down.
Who's out, Rebecca, for Wednesday for the Heat?
Well, the basics so far have been I mean, Myers Leonard's out for the year. Dragic has been out, and then Avery Bradley's out.
Okay.
Tyler has been back and stuff. Yeah. I don't even know. At this point, I'd probably say whether the Warriors will win.
What's up with Dragic? I haven't really paid attention. Is it a long-term thing?
No, he was back for a little and then got injured again. The Heat have just been kind of on the unfortunate side of the COVID stuff, of injuries. It's just...
Oh yeah, I just looked it up. Sprained ankle that he's still struggling with.
Yeah, it's like they really, like the Lakers got the good end of we only have this number of days off, because the Lakers have two, like phenomenal players that are like established that can like carry the team. Well, the Heat,
looks like they might be paying for it now too, if you think that stress injury on AD is part of that. But I hear what you're saying. They can they can handle that a lot easier.
Yeah. So
yeah, I mean, I think so. Wiggins on Butler will be interesting given their history. Like they'll be probably matched up, and we know there's some bad blood there. On their Wolves days.
Is there blood or bad blood?
Yeah,
the bad blood was more around coaching and I think Towns.
Because earlier this year,
I guess that's true. Definitely Towns.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Wiggins was saying that
I thought there was something with Wiggins's
when they had Jimmy, they were like, playoff bound, and then he got hurt, and the whole season went down the drain. So that sounded to me like pretty. They were on good terms.
Yeah, I don't really. I think most of Jimmy's problems there was with the front office.
Yeah.
So there was like I just looked this up because I forgot about this, but yeah. Okay, so like
10 seconds.
Wiggins, when Butler got traded, Wiggins' brother posted on Instagram with a hallelujah response to it, and then there was some beefing back and forth between them. But it was kind of unclear whether Andrew Wiggins had that same sentiment or not. And whether his
we've
brother was
we've
just
seen
having
brothers
his own opinion.
go off. Remember Kevin Durant's brother went off on Draymond.
So of course, a lot of people read that as like, well, Andrew Wiggins can't say that, but he's said it to his brother, and his brother is now like sort of saying that. But anyways,
all right.
Wiggins says that he and Butler are cool, so whatever.
Guess
All right,
we'll
then.
see.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I'm gonna end the
Thanks for
stream
sticking
now.
with us.
Thanks, everybody. See you in 45
Yeah.
hours. Take
Yep.
care.